or whatever sickness was going on around that time. And it's the same thing, same situation. So it's a lot to look out for. It's a lot we're going to get into. Those of you who have invested, thank you. I mean, you're welcome, I should say, because you're making money. You invested in stocks, I told you to, they are up. They are up. If you invested in digital health right now, those stocks are up. And they continue to rise, and that's nothing compared to where they're going to go. But there's a lot more to get into with all that. And I know you guys had a lot of questions. And that video wasn't really for novices or people who haven't really invested yet, which is why I didn't get into, step-by-step beginnings and all that type of stuff with that. It's an overwhelming amount. You guys know who you are. It's an overwhelming amount of people who always hit me up about stocks and investing and so on and so forth. So that was really for people who have already been trading and stuff like that. But the next video, we'll get more in depth with it, and I'll kind of walk you guys through the process for beginners, and as well as some things that advanced investors need to watch out for. And as if you invest in, you already know, you see what they're doing. I don't want to talk about this now, but I'm going to say a little bit. But you see what they're doing. See, they are poised. They don't want everybody to come up off what's coming. That's how you know it's coming. They are changing the way you can invest in certain stocks. Some stocks you can't even buy no more. They're locking you out. Remember, they've been did that with Dow Jones. Like, you got to get permission. You have to, and that's crazy when you have to get permission to invest in something that tells you something. That's because that stock is going to keep doing what it's doing. Now, a lot of these stocks, they're going to start to lock off, plain and simple. And that's because they know what they know. So, as I talked about in the video with stock, you put something on exchange because you need to raise money for the company, or you want the company to become more profitable, or you're trying to raise money, for something. So you sell some shares of the company, some stock shares. But if you know what's going to happen and you don't need to raise any capital, you don't need to raise any money, then there's no point in putting it up there. But it's up there for the growth. And it's up there because this is all new and the stuff that's coming up. But if you know what's going to happen with it, then you don't really have to. You can pick and choose who you want to invest, or you can limit or require larger investments or niche investments if you want for certain stocks. So we're seeing this now. A lot of people hit me up and are complaining about it. But that just goes to show you which ones is going to blow up. And remember, these ones that we're talking about, these stocks, are the ones that's being bought by major companies. So you got to remember that. That's why I keep telling you guys, get your hands on these ones that I showed you now before that happens, because they can't take away your shares once they buy in. Your shares are either going to go up, which they should, but you'll have them. So we're going to get into more stocks and more stuff in that next stock market video. A quick thing. And the only reason why this eluded me in the beginning of the video, because I'm not that type of person. I'm just not this type of person, but I have to say it. For the, gangsters out there who still ain't conscious and woke yet, if you email my people with some nonsense, they're going to respond with nonsense. Don't come into freaking, don't email us with some bullshit. Come respectfully and you will be treated with respect. I don't need your money. We don't need your money at all. So don't expect to get your ass kissed because of a mistake that you made or because you did not read the instructions. If you come respectfully, you will get respect. They will treat you with respect. If they don't, email me or hit me up on Instagram and I will take care of it. But if you come at them with respect, you'll be fine. Nobody's going to argue with you or nothing. Accidents happens, mistakes happens, reasonable people, conscious people. But if you come with that bullshit, like you Tough Tony, or like somebody supposed to tap dance for you because you bought something because money's involved, you'll get your money back and a lot more, So we ain't got time for that. We'll just give you money back. Don't need your money. So chill with the nonsense. Keep the street stuff in the street. If you say you're conscious, be respectful. We're always respectful. So say that. And I've been meaning to say that for a while. But like I said, I'm not just that person. I'm not that person to be just trying to be negative. But you know who you are, the people I'm talking to. So very shocked they got their money back. Yeah, we're not playing that. Take the fucking money. Don't need it. Plain and simple. You don't have patience. You don't got respect. Don't need your fucking money. It's that simple. But I appreciate support from everybody and all the patient, respectful people out there. I love y'all. But the next stock market video, of course, will be a lot more detailed and more in depth. But I didn't realize so many people was looking forward, which you should be trying to invest in, looking forward to this, and you should be getting into this because, as I said, there's no reason why you being conscious should be struggling at all for anything. It's fucking no, come on. You should know enough by now. You can clearly see what's happening, what's going on. But now, this is a time. This is a time where you can change your generation in wealth. And I don't know when another time will come like this unless you're in this computer field or in the pharmaceutical field, and biotech field where you know what you're doing and you can come up off of this. But investing right now, before the hammer fall, is going to be a big deal. And those of you who buying gold and everything we talked about in the video, smart move, buy it. I got a lot of emails from you guys. Yes, and answer a lot of questions I got from you. Like, buy the fucking bars, man. Buy the bars. If you're skeptical about what, you know, the gold to invest in, and people talking about 14 karat and 10 karat or 18 karat and stuff like that, just buy the bars. Because, you know, if you get the ounces or grams, you know, you're fine. It's gold. You can put it away. But if you like to see your money, wear your money, just go and buy, you know, try to find 18 karat if you can. It doesn't matter. If it's gold, it's gold. The price is going to shoot up astronomically no matter which ones you get. Just buy the shit. Just buy it. Wear it, put it up, whatever you do. Get the gold and get silver as well, of course. Silver is cheaper. So that's going to be the biggest come up because right now it's so cheap and you can buy a lot of it. So, you know, do that. But, you know, to get back to this, and it's important to address it, especially everything that was said in the town hall meeting with the president. And look at everything and look at the economy, as I talked about. Everything I said, as I said, came true. It's coming true. The money they're pouring in, they're talking about fourth stimulus. They're also talking about, you know, fourth wave of corona. And it's everything is just adding up and it's leading exactly where, you know, you can see their agenda is going. So definitely keeping you guys on point with this. And it's just so much information I really want to get into that I can't on YouTube because I told you they're not playing. I got friends who got you know, put out information, block people, whole Instagram accounts gone. They're not joking, you know, and they really pushing and pressing for everybody to get these vaccinations. The good thing is, you know, people are doing a lot more research, and that's what you have to do. This is why it's very difficult for them, because common sense will tell you something is up. And if you do the slightest bit of research and are not scared into this, then you can see that something is not right. It's just not adding up. And as I said, dude, if it's a deadly virus killing people, there's no football season. There's no baseball. There's no NBA finals. There's none of that. There is no risk. It's the deadly virus that can spread. It's supposed to be contagious and kill a bunch of people. But yet we're opening, you know, we're 100% capacity, 100% here in Vegas. Everything's open. But when you do that now, considering the plan, as I talked about in the video, then now, you know, you justify it by saying, oh, well, we're open thinking that things were okay and then people got the shots. And see, that's why they got to have this shot and we got to get everybody vaccinated. Then you can say, you know, oh, well, that's how it spread. And that'll be the explanation for it versus because the people got the vaccination. So it's not hard to see. And that's why so many people are reluctant. It's not hard to see when you do just a little bit of minimal research and just look at what's going on. Is something is up. And especially people dying, you know, after receiving shots and all the controversy surrounding, you know, all of it. So as I said in the disclaimer in the beginning of the video, you know, you're grown. We expect you to make your own decisions. If you watch the town hall meeting with the president, he was trying to make it like you guys are babies. Like, you know, oh, they're killing people. The misinformation people are they're killing people when you're a grown ass man or woman who can make your own decisions. If you want to go with the CDC, you know, it's not hard to find a website and go and look at what they saying about it and then do your own research. You're free to do all that. or you're free to just simply listen to the observations we are given and our own opinion on what's going on, that in no way, goes with what the CDC is saying. And we're not pushing people to do anything but what they want to do or think is best for them. I gotta say that. But you'll see what I'm talking about in the DVD, what I really feel about it. So it's not enough people getting this vaccination. It's just not enough. And they can't do what Europe is doing. They know they can't here because you see how we come out. People show up and they're going to kick and scream if they try that stuff here. White folks ain't playing with that. So they try to require vaccination passports and vaccinations to go to the mall and so on and so forth. This is not going to happen. This is a steady game for them. So the only way, the push the button, last resort thing they can do is to actually, put it in play. People start falling ill for real, and we really start seeing it. But then you got to pay attention to who actually got the shot and think why. And who knows what they might mix in with that. Who knows? So it's a lot to look into. And it's really not hard. So, like I said, we'll get into it in the next DVD. It'll come out probably with the stock market DVD. So it'll be on Corona, what's coming up. And the summer break for the kids and shit. August is around the corner. It's almost here. And school here in Vegas will be starting up next month. And then schools will be opening everywhere in September. And then summer will die down. Everybody would have did their vacation and had their fun. Then the end of this unemployment, it will be done. And we'll see what happens. Coal going to strike, and we're going to see what happens. Then all the people who's sitting home, who could have a nice, good paying job right now, but somehow think that $2,000 a month is fine. Vegas and Philadelphia and Cali and a lot of other places, there's a huge shortage of workers. Nobody wants to come to work. Nobody wants to go to work. It's, hiring signs all over the place because nobody wants to work because Biden's giving out all this money and people believe it's enough. They fine with living off of that, a little bit of money. So we'll see what happens once all that stops. And if you're smart and if you're watching this and you're just sitting at home getting the money, just be smart, man. Go and get a job. You have places paying $16 an hour. There's so many places raise the minimum wage. Get in now before the bum rush happens and everybody start, scooping up these jobs. Get in now while they're offering this, high amount of money. Don't wait because it's not going to last long. Get in now while you can get a good job. A job you probably couldn't get before this, but they just hiring and taking anybody. Get in there and, take advantage. But I want to thank you guys for all your support and everything. I know been going for a little bit, but, COVID has really, I had so much plans for this year and last year. And it's not really over yet. And then they still require you to get this freaking swab. And it's just something I can't do. I was already pissed about it coming back from Mexico. And it's a lot of stories about that I won't get into on here about the swab. And, can't really do. It's really, messing shit up. It's in a way. So I want to get through this whole thing quickly as possible. But, I'm working on so much. Where it's things we're waiting on with the website. If you got an invoice about the split pay and never pay again, make sure you take care of the invoice because we're trying to get all the last people in there still been, but we can't read people's mind. People are not sending in emails to tell us whether they're just going to scrap it or pay the money they owe. So we don't know. But more than that, it's technology stuff. It's so much that's coming into it. It's holding us back a little bit. And it's a lot that's going into it. It's a little bit more difficult than we realize when you consider the amount of people we expect or that's already on Merkabah Academy. So it's coming. You already know. I always deliver. The site it's amazing. I already can see it now from, the editor's standpoint, point of view, but it's dope. It's definitely way better and it's being a lot easier and everything that should be in there is going to be in there. And especially for entrepreneurs and people that's really trying to get their shit out. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys' patience on that. And it's coming. And what's holding up the Apple app is that process. So because we can't really launch until that's fixed 100%, then we'll launch. Also, yeah, other new books, 2 more books coming out. The first one will be, I don't know which one the first one's going to be, to tell you the truth, because it's going to depend on how fast they can manufacture. So I don't want it to be like last time, where with pre-sales and all that, people waiting long for the book. So I want everything out the way first, and I'll let you guys know next video which book will be out next if both of them don't come out at the same time. So we'll see. We're almost there. We're basically there, to tell you the truth. It's just a couple little teeny things we're waiting on. But I will, of course, let everybody know when it launches or when the date is actually going to launch, so you can know ahead of time. And those of you who downloaded the apps on Android, you will have to update that. You'll get when you go to the app, you'll see an update button. And once you update it, boom, the whole thing will be completely different. And it'll be dope. And then the iPhone, iPad app will be out as well. So, all right. Thanks for taking the time to watch. See you guys next video.